Hello kollha, nilqawkom għal episodju tal-Malta Pop Podcast. Nilqawkom għal l-episodju ieħor ta' Malta Podcast wasanna għal Season 2, l-ewwel episodju ta' Season 2. Għandna mistieden magħna li ilu jaħdem ħafna fil-industry ta' cosplay, weapon making, mhux vera weapons, imma weapons tal-cosplay, insomma, anka weapons vera jista' jkun. Anka joħsib dik il-ħaġa kbira li kienet ġrat l-Designer Malta tal-LARP u hekk real life roleplay stuff, ħajedinnek ta' fuqux, aħna noobs fuq għad il-ħagġa, għavolja speċi ta' geeks. Għanna obviously l-Mikela maħna li tajnija pala co-host, għax kien xaħat kien għalli li met fil-live stream training fil-corner li ma tidirx, imma s-sahara. See?
I'm here, I exist.
Għanna Dwayne jgħat production, so channeling his inner Marcus, fissa ħajkun ċassat.
I was doing my mobile silent kif tamluħ kolla li jintkom, please, all your phones silent, inti mux inti.
Il-mobile tijet nirrekordi
inti le. Imma all your mobiles please silent, guys, there you go.
So, għanna ħafna najdulkom, ħatkun episodi interessanti, għanna new sponsors, u għaferek fissa klaqna intro u ħanibdew. Let's go.
Is this like the bootleg Temu Maltese version?
It is me, your boy.
I'm always locked in.
I'm a massive geek.
Hey there, Ash here from Malta Pop. Okay, mela, back. Għabba ma nibdew nsemmu sponsors kem najdulkom minnu l-guest. Obviously għanna l-Kurt Borg li jekk kontu xi darba meltu cosplay f'Malta ġili rajtuh, għax he takes part. He does weapons, he does other things, ħajdinna kollox li għame. Anka kellu YouTube channels, kellu xi tlieta YouTube channels minn li xi tnej, wieħed ta' dak u wieħed ta' Dungeons and Dragons li għatli.
Yes, that's true. That's correct.
Kellek ħafna affarijiet.
Well, I mean, dejjem kelli. The crafting stuff and the creative stuff. Let's put them like that.
Ningrazzjaw l-sponsors tagħna li huma solo Caffe għal Caffe ġewwa n-Naxxar, Planet Console għal affarijiet geeky li tara affarijiet u il-ġiex sponsors ġodda li għandna li huma id-designer li tista' ssibuh l-ħanda li jagħmel design prints fuq kollox, anke għandna xi ħaġa l-mistin nsantulek fl-aħħar tal-episodju u anke daw il-prints li tara wara Kurt għandna ta' Jinx il-ġdid, għandna ta' Konosuba tal-Peacemaker u hekk, so daw l-affarijiet u il-Gamers Malta li għadu kif fetaħ ħanu ġdid senta Venera li huwa ħanud mimli affarijiet għandu ħafna games anke jagħmel daw l-affarijiet pereżempju custom controllers li qed taraw hawnhekk u jġib daw il-games li huma kif tajt mill-Amerika, mill-Japan exclusive bħal din logħba li vera tidher cool u jġib daw il-ditta ta' White Shark li huma keyboards, microphones, headphones u affarijiet. So jekk intkom gamers tistgħu tgħaddu tarawh il-Gamers Malta Santa Venera. Għax għattek, għax Dwayne tiġa waqqafnik l-darbi għax għatta ħazina. Ma għatajnija.
Eżat, siħbi. Ma t-tajba, issa? Mux tawwaf, ek issa?
U ma ġodda da sponsors.
That's all that matters. It's fine.
Finally, I got it right.
It's going to be like 10 episodes. But like, it's okay. It's progression.
Shut up. Anyway, mela, nibdew nitkellmu miegħek Kurt. Għajdinna. Bit of backstory, kif id-deċidejt, kif bdejt isek speċi, ma bdejx mal-ewwel cosplay, bdejt tagħmel other stuff l-ewwel, għax niftakar f'YouTube, meta jien kont nagħmel f'YouTube, kont nagħmel movie reviews l-għandi, kont kellek channel inti, kont tagħmel crafting u hekk.
Mela, din nitkellmu somewhere around 2017.
Iva, xi ħaġa.
Jek mux qabel, basically, jina dejjem kont affaxxant qabel crafting, għek meta kon zaħri ġifiri, meta ħafna jina nandu kien jħodni l-garax, kien jtini biex tejnjam naqra msima kon għat nsabbat. Kon ukoll. Mbagħad jisek, tikber taqta naqam mbagħad, speċjalment meta YouTube vera qabad bis-serja ta' qabad ħafna crafting channels u hekk. Kont isegħu crafting channels, I used to get very inspired u kont bat eventualment naqra crafting, foam crafting, cosplay, that sort of thing. Eventualment kont ħatta bis-serja ta'
Kif tista' tagħmel serjetà għalina?
Eżatti, around 2017 kont bdejt YouTube channel kien jismu Borg 3D, dak ismin, I had my
Dak
first
niftakar,
3D printer, għat għandi t-shirt.
It's true?
Yeah, one t-shirt.
One merch. Ista' jbiħulek.
Like an antique.
Il-bajer intu kont il-bajer għalla.
Eżatti, self-funded. U basikament I had started doing a little bit of 3D printing u ma li ġaru mbagħad 2019 kont mort Witcher School Poland, it was one of my first LARP experience, live action roleplay. And basically, hemmhekk kont dejt naħdem ukoll naqra bil-ġilda.
Okay.
leatherworking, like a sort. So kont għamilt a belt, a pair of bracers, kont ma' ħabiba sew tiegħi konna kollaborajna minna Ukoll cape with fur u hekk aktar jisu ta' Jon Snow kind of.
All right, okay.
You know, with the fur coming. U jisu but I had to rebrand a little bit, as it wasn't very much like 3D printing bit, which naqra minn kollox, the handcrafting. So then I rebranded into Corso Workshop.
All right, okay.
Which is the surname of my LARP character, Devin of House Corso.
All right, okay. Okay.
The lore.
That ma palma semmejt l-ewwel ukoll over COVID speċjalment dak iż-żmien I had a group of friends who kont qajt magħhom Witcher School stess. We used to play a lot of online board games, kien hemm website partikolari sejċ isimha Board Game Arena għandeku. We used to play like, you know, Takenoko, Tokaido u hekk online. U għandej insomma konna ddeċidejna nibdew naqra D&D game bejnietna, konna nibdew privatament, and they said, listen, no, why don't you live stream it? Like, we're taking all the effort to do it. It was completely online. Like, we had people from Denmark, we had people from Ireland, England, and Mexico.
Okay.
Wow,
Uh-huh.
amazing.
And it was the Epic Geeks. Really, let's call it the first iteration of that project. It's been dormant for about 2 years now.
Messa kontettajt li offline, kontettajt li you're thinking about bringing it back.
We do have plans. Ma tax nistan nisvela ħafna biex verita, imma you can wait for something this September.
All right.
September gonna kind of the first project through Epic Geeks. It's going to be a renewed channel. It's going to be something very much D&D related, but not a D&D live stream.
Okay.
Mostly, you know, that sort of thing.
Għaxem ħafna, to be honest, fetħu ħafna anka, they're quite popular fl-Amerika. Dejt nara fl-Amerika, naħseb personally D&D naqa fan, wik. Right, they did a live stream of D&D and there was like this massive arena and everyone
Yes, they're very popular.
was really, it's like a football match, like with all these people.
Especially with like, for example, Baldur's Gate 3, like, the voice actors actually playing the game. It's so cool. Like, I love watching that stuff.
U saru ħafna like famous people are becoming geeks and they're like taking part in this thing like that.
Stranger Things, I feel like really incentivized and made like D&D really popular. Actually, I feel D&D was such a sub-lore culture, like for some people, like they didn't know about it. Some people thought that D&D was still Satanism. Like it's still Satanism. Like what? No.
Malta probably still do.
But that's the old Maltese people, like the old mentality. So
but actually after this September we're going to run that project for about a year and then continues on, and about September 2026 we have a really big project coming up. I honestly can't say anything more about it. It's going to be a very high production project. IGF is going to be one of the biggest projects I've ever done. Jena u collaborator ieħor, like a co-director of this project, who's an even bigger fan of D&D.
Okay.
Like, he's literally obsessed. He loves D&D minn duk kellu xi 5 snin, ġifieri. You know, tampari dan, ġifieri.
Okay.
It's been a few decades now that we played D&D. So, you know, Epic Geeks is coming back. But Corso Workshop, in the meantime, in terms of YouTube videos, it's become a little bit dormant, of course. You know, lately I had to move houses, reset up everything, reset up my workshop twice.
All right.
So, you know, but Instagram still goes on. So for Instagram, intalla ħafna mbagħad project li nagħmel, especially LARP related. You know, leatherworking, that sort of thing. And speaking of, actually, I did make something for you guys, said Iftakar. Which is the Witcher medallion. I actually cast that out of pewter. That's a real matter.
Yeah. Wow, amazing.
I 3D printed the shape. Għamilt silicone mold, vacuumed it because I have vacuum chamber now. I'm very happy with it.
So that you did it. Can I see it?
Le, no.
I'm playing The Witcher right now, so this is amazing. Like,
that's a series. I feel that is closer to the books. Like the description of the books is more like that.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Put it here. That goes on the wall, like with the other stuff we get from guests.
Yeah. Basically, I cast it out of pewter. I melt like the metal. I cast it. It's one of the latest obsessions I have: melting pewter and casting.
All right.
That's so cool. So cool. Very
it's really well made.
Thanks.
Oh. This is very cool. Shit night. So you started with the Borg 3D printing and then you moved on like that. Inti tightly, palissa you're focusing more on Instagram and that. I think a lot of people, at the last 2 years, long form content was sort of dying.
Yeah.
Now it's picking up again. It's sort of like these phases. Like I know that it took when COVID was all that, everyone was going to TikTok, Reels, short form, but now it's sort of like the wheel has spin, and now people are coming back to long form content with podcasts, shows, vlogs, but that are quite long. For example, there's that one of the best up-and-coming content creators in Malta is, say she's a mama li taħdem ma' Free Hour.
Naomi.
No.
Cora.
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 Yeah, she's doing so well. She has like 30,000 followers on subscribers on YouTube. Her last video got near enough a quarter of a million views, man. And it's long format, so it was really. So she's bringing so people are coming back.
I mean, speaking of D&D, per esempio, għana konna mdorin tipo, 4-hour videos of
But then people got fed up.
Nowadays, like they're like 4-hour playthroughs, but they're chopped up into hours sections away. So, I mean, content changes, in this what people consume changes as well. U tipo, palissa jisu qed jerġa' jkun dak iż-żmien tajjeb biex terġa' tidħol tikkażar fuq YouTube in terms of crafting, għax anke crafting videos li qed nara dal-aħħar, specialment in these past 6 months a year, qegħdin jerġgħu jiġu kollha 20-minute videos, 25-minute video. It's like a full instruction thing. M'għadix 10 minutes see what I've done, kind of trying to figure out how to do it, eżatti. So, I mean, honestament dejjem kont nkost nagħmelhom dak YouTube.
U inti the aim for YouTube? Would you like to do it like full time?
Not very. Ma naħsibx ikun kapaċi nagħmel xi ħaġa, ħankun honest. I mean, it's very difficult.
The work that goes into it is a lot.
Jiena specificament, I hate editing.
The
process, I hate it with a passion.
Ajdli, tell me about it. Mela kemm nidaj biex
You love
ne-edit.
it.
Even just
You love it.
I love editing, imma the hassle. No.
Yeah.
I love
It's
we've
not
got
one
that-
You get into
I
it,
love
kind of,
editing.
all right.
Yeah.
I love editing. It's just it takes off way too long. Man.
Exactly.
I enjoy it.
Even
Editing
the
is one
management of the files is
Mela. But tipo, I mean, equipment u għanti, tipo, I invested into good stuff as well, like for recording and that sort of thing. Imma nasibx li YouTube qatt ħajkun xi ħaġa li is a full-time endeavor. Most it's aktar milli xi ħobb nagħmilhom hija just to have a record of what I've done, U
inti xogħolok propja, what is it? Jekk tista' tgħidilna? Jew is it top
Jiena-
secret?
no.
You're a spy or kill people or something.
I work for the deep state. No.
Inside job. Oh my, bro.
So basically, I'm a pharmaceutical technologist.
All right, okay.
I graduated 2014 from
Wait,
University
you're
of
from
Warcraft. Pharmaceutical
I'll
technologist.
talk to you, bro, after this.
Breaking Bad. That's not Breaking Bad. Wait.
No, basically, jena konstudijat kollu, zakken xaqsam mal pharmaceutical industry, manufacturing, quality, that sort of thing. L-lum il-ġurnata naħdem bħala quality officer and trainee qualified person, it's called.
Okay.
I
You
work.
understand on how machines that make certain chemicals works.
I have an understanding, yes, I have an
Okay, you have a
understanding.
good-
Wayne, we are not making any,
Breaking Bad Malta.
we are not making
It's
a
okay.
sub job.
We'll call it fixing good, no problem. Basically, I work in pharmaceuticals.
Okay,
Currently,
so cool.
I'm working in medical gases, which is
So man,
very
what
niche
would you do with that? So
No, imma fil-passat jina wkoll kont dimt l-Università, I was a research officer at Department of Pharmacy u bħala parti mill-riċerka tiegħi at the time minn hemmhekk actually I had the first step into 3D printing kienet li I wanted to do I wrote a proposal for 3D printing of drugs,
Okay.
of tablets, which was a huge thing about 10 years ago, specialment l-Ingilterra u hekk. Kind of I wanted to try and bring it to Malta, life didn't manage to pan
Yeah,
out kind of and qatt ma għamilta dik il-PhD. Imma
that's what got you in
dated 3D printing.
Alright, very cool.
Ija, fil-fatt, Department of Pharmacy tal-Università ta' Malta, they have a 3D printer, which at the time I worked a lot to get, through university.
U inti interessanti li kon dejtisek 3D printing,
Yes.
and then you moved over into other stuff.
Yes.
Meta actually ħafna cosplayers, per eżempju bħal Christos, ħabib tagħna Christos,
Yes.
bil-kontra, he was sort of
Yeah.
like that. Unbat ma iktar to 3D printing for like, so like again, palma dejnu circles. There's cosplay ħafna circles. Fill it
Ukoll,
and then you do this, and then
The thing is, I did a lot of things behind the scenes. Fil-sens, qabel ma kont batti 3D printing, l-ewwel qodda l-extra konxajt kienet a belt sander, a bench top belt sander to do foam craft.
All right,
Jena
okay.
mek kont dejt foam crafting kont dejt. But it was a very short leap from there to 3D printing, għax 3D printing first and foremost għandek ħafna resources available. At the time it was still new, 2017, 2016, dak iż-żmien. It was relatively new. Imma pacifici kien hemm there's quite a lot of resources nowadays and they're super reliable. Imma I don't really use 3D printing as the end product.
Yeah.
Drabi fil-fatt kif għamilna. I have a resin printer, I print the thing and then I make a mold of it and then I cast it. Jew ankella I use, per example, I 3D print my own stamps to press into leather.
All right, okay, cool.
Per eżempju, that sort of thing. Anka laser, l-istess, I have a laser cutter, laser engraver.
Ġili,
It's a step in the process.
ġili ġralek xi major fuck up meta kont tagħmel xi ħaġa.
Oh, jalla darba.
What's the biggest like ġralek tidaj when you were doing a project?
I think, honestly, it's quite a recent experience. Basically, November li għadda, jina tfajla tijaj, tlajna Liverpool it was Liverpool Comic Con.
Okay.
We wanted to compete on stage. We didn't manage to compete because we got lost and whatever.
All right.
In the process of making those costumes, which were Shaka and Lilith from One Piece. Lilith,
All right.
perfect ġi taħħa. Tiegħi kien tajjeb ħafna, her part of the work was perfect. My part of the work for myself
Jifakka.
Il-helmet ġini kbir ħafna, il-helmet literalment kontet najda. Li literalment sammejtu għappost so I can smash it on camera.
Alright, għax tanġelek today.
ħafna, it wasn't scaling properly, I couldn't 3D model it properly, it wasn't printing properly, literalment. Like, sa statejta fil-ħodu, għadnet niprinti, and at 6 I have to be at the airport. Ija. Like, naħseb dik kienet waħda mill-ikbar fuck-ups li kelli ċentament. Ma ovvjament, throughout crafting.
It's trial and error, ġilli kollu. It's like anything. Anka editing, sa' kif nisetjaw kollox.
I don't like planning. I don't like planning my projects. I
He
don't
knows
like
me.
planning my projects.
We do short films as well. So we've done 2 short films, and they like Ashley, have you wrote a script? No, we don't need a script. I'll just come. I'll tell you what to say, and we do it. Man. That's it.
Have you done a shot list?
No.
Have you done a script?
No.
Yeah.
Have you done like any lighting?
No, but just take 2 days leave, and we're gonna do it, and that's it.
Listen, just on the go, run and gun.
And they come decent.
They come decent.
The opposite. I need an Excel sheet. I need everything. I need to plan shot.
Go,
Like,
man. Let's
not
Emma, to be honest, like if you can do everything off the fly and you manage to do it well, each time you're gonna keep on doing, it's gonna get better and
That's one of
better.
my characters, like me. Like even when lately I've been going to stand up and doing like stand up stuff. It's this like most of the comedian they write the whole story, like me, like just one point, like just to remember.
Yeah.
Like this would be that, like this, like sex scene, that thing, this thing, that thing. So all I see, okay. So now I have to tell the joke about that. I have to do, that's how I work. And like even when because now we were gonna do another film for Multiple, which was gonna be Father, which is the Marcus big thing. No, but for once I actually wrote the whole fucking thing. I wrote it.
This time we went.
It's getting serious.
The thing is, I wrote it all and then I just gave it to Marcus. I said, "Here, you can do it, man." It took me 3 hours to write the script. No, it took me longer to write the script. So I actually wrote it for him. He gave me the idea, but I wrote it. I actually did it for once. Then I gave it to him and said, "Fidek, horror is not my thing. He loves horror. You can handle it, Marcus. I don't have time for this."
We went to Borg, like we were like there. That was the start of the script writing. But he was writing it by himself. And
No, I wrote it. I wrote it for him. It came good. He showed it to other people. It was decent. So I actually wrote a script for it. So if he does it, it's up to him. It's up to Marcus. I passed it on to Marcus. Everyone who knows Marcus, 99, this film will come out in 2037. Hopefully.
Hopefully it's after GTA 6. Imagine if it comes before GTA 6, it's crazy.
No, but I don't like working. I like on the fly, and it's how I've always worked, even for the YouTube and stuff like that. When I did movie reviews, I just like do points, like just one word, just that I associate that with a paragraph in my head, and that. That's why I enjoy ħafna nies jidaw when they work with me. That's how I do it.
Ma to be fair, jena hoppen qabila ħafna ma, you remember Mythbusters?
You
know, Jamie Hyneman, the one with the beret, and Adam Savage with the hat. Those literally are the two sides of the same coin in the sense that Adam Savage doesn't plan anything and Jamie Hyneman plans everything. But the mek najdu in the maker community kind of either Jamie or you're an Adam. And
yeah,
it's true to everything, to be honest. I mean, personally, ma ħofx not prepared għal-affarijiet.
No.
So I just be there u wing.
Pala cosplay. Inti minn mebda date, you competed a couple of times in Malta Comic-Con?
I competed a couple of times. I think actually
you were one of the original ones. You've been doing it quite a decent long time. Not
I'm cosplay kienu ilhom.
But you've been in the scene a long time. I remember you. Yeah, something like that.
2013, I think was the first time I cosplayed. It was very simple, like Zabu Zamamochi from Naruto. So literalment kelli flok ta' taħt minn dawk navy blue tajtlu faxxa maħal u tlaqt lem.
That's how it starts,
yeah, exactly. But I did compete. I competed in at Comic-Con and at PlayCon.
Yeah.
As well. Comic-Con competed bil-Mandalorian back then. I think it was like 4 years ago. Umbat, the Skyrim Steel Armor I did for the first PlayCon cosplay competition. I won the solo pose.
All right, cool. Okay.
Yeah, Jade won Best in Show.
All right.
So, you know. Not that I'm much machine. Jade's my girlfriend.
All right.
Yes, umbat competed. To be honest, I mean, konna din nitkellmu naqra tipo, I think I'm going to take a step back from the cosplay scene now.
There's a few people have decided, naftu bizembi Rachel, ħabiba tagħna li dinġubu xi darba, shout out Rachel. She said she still wants to do a bit of cosplay, but not compete, not things like that, because she got bored with competing because it takes a lot of effort to do the proper thing.
Like,
And do you compete as well?
last year was the first time I competed in PlayCon.
Okay.
And this year, for example, I'm starting to plan like months ahead to start with. Like, no, it's that serious. If you don't, for me, I need to plan ahead. عشان كلا nothing gets done. But yeah,
cosplay, I think you need to plan ahead.
Especially
Imagine
if everything
a day
is handmade. Everything is handmade, so it's like a lot more work, and people underestimate it sometimes how hard it is. And for one costume, like months of work, and it's
Top secret
insane.
who you're gonna dress?
No, it's not top secret. I'm gonna do Bayonetta.
All right, okay, it's from the video game. Okay.
It's just posted it like.
I've been thinking about it for like months at this point, but
That's a video game from Nintendo.
It's a good.
It's like Devil May Cry, but with a girl, right? In it, the game is basically.
I guess.
Kind of.
If you boil down to it, it's kind of.
No, I remember when it came out, people said it's basically Devil May Cry, but with a different character. But
still very popular.
But still popular. Yeah.
Ma, I'm gonna also take a break from the cosplay.
You never wear the cosplay.
I'll take a break as well from the cosplay.
Let's do
It's been too hectic for me, guys.
Anyway,
I feel tipo, I like to call them the old generation kind of cosplays. Tipo, kolla kamahni, so we're all moving into our own separate projects kind of thing. Personally myself, fi xorta għadha nibqa' nagħmel props u hekk. I mean, I love prop making. Imma ġifieri nixtieq nimxi għal.
Remember you sometimes done stands at Comic-Con, I think.
Not at Comic-Con, at Malta Games Expo.
Yes, you did a stand at the show.
Yes, I was invited to be a guest there. Konti qed hemmhekk bil-mejda, I was doing leatherworking, showcasing some of the LARP stuff. Ma kienet jisa collaborative effort għax kien hemm jiena, kien hemm Nephilim Creations tal-LARP. Ghost Venom jew Stonekeep Outfitters ta' John Peel biex nifhemu.
The Ghost Venom very cool. He had done a vest for me for the Love Malta Awards. Actually, it was really cool. Actually, Jabuni. Actually, on one of the videos of Love Jabuni. So it was cool. Għax darba for being nominated nilbes cool. So it was and I love that vest. Right now it's too hot to wear.
Yeah.
Wear it, bro, if you love it.
I do. I've been out with it a couple of times.
Once.
No, but
I don't go out with you. The problem I did that.
Wow.
No, but they're incredibly talented people.
Yes,
and I love collaborating with them. I mean, kanna ċans kollaboraw flimkien ukoll like on other occasions. Per esempio, meta Jason kienet jorganizza, Nephilim Creations kienet jorganizza l-LARP.
Hey, you're like, sorry, fil-bidu għat li you're not fully involved, but you help out a lot with that.
Well, I mean, typicament meta Jason kollu b'dan ovvjament I'm there to lend a hand. Imma he's got his own crew.
Yes,
Femma per esempio għal episode 1 li għamel the official one was the last.
I didn't know, as Jason had to come on the show, but then he was sick and he couldn't come. So we missed the opportunity before it happened. Then it actually happened.
Okay.
So hopefully we get him before he does another episode, if it's gonna take. But still, you can tell us a bit about it.
So basically,
what is it,
I'm
basically?
not affiliated with Nephilim Creations. Like we collaborate, but like I'm not part of Nephilim Creations.
So anything he says is fake, okay, guys?
It's all photoshopped.
Very photoshopped. No, basically, live action role play is, people know what D&D is. Like you're playing around the table, you're pretending to be a character around the table. Live action role play is you're doing it live. Like you wear the costume, you go about and act like your own character. Basically, that's all it is. It's super immersive. Nistanajt ġifieri, I would highly recommend Nephilim Creations.
Were you a player or an NPC?
So I was a player.
Okay.
I was a player in episode 0, which was like the pilot project that they did with like 6 players. I was like a semi-NPC kind of thing.
Right.
But then I transitioned into a full player.
So you enjoyed it?
Ġifieri, I could enjoy it more, but ma kellix dak il-ħaġa.
So this is basically a bit like, sorry, what after, then you can continue. So it's a bit like the one you went with in the other country. So basically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a title. This is like the local version of a spiritual continuation taħħa.
Okay.
But it was a Witcher LARP as well. It wasn't the same thing, obviously, because there's like, creative rights, etc. Imma it was a Witcher LARP, and which essentially was what we all wanted.
Okay.
So I mean, kolla kamana kemm jiena, Jason, John, kolla tlajna ġifieri Witcher School in different times, ġifieri, u ġili anka flimkien. And kind of minn dwar Witcher School. But in Poland, we all wanted to do the Witcher
Your own
art
thing.
again, and Nephilim Creations rose up to the occasion. And basically, we stayed there for 2 nights. Kienet dik.
So players, they come, they sleep over and stuff like that.
Yes,
sort of.
yes,
Okay.
yes. You sleep over. There are off-game areas. Ovvjament, biex torqod wek speċjalment, but most of the areas are in-game, so you have to be in character, not to break immersion. There are obviously safety measures, Imma basically it was just, you role-playing the character. And it was, role-playing Devin of House Core, so again, with the character, I worked a lot on it, literally. Fan wrote 2 books about it, 3 books. But anyway, so there's that, u kollaborajt naqra magħhom ukoll, per eżempju, kellhom bżonn il-Witcher medallions.
All right, okay, like sort of like this.
Down, imma they wanted them out of resin, so I printed them. Kont għadni kif ġibti resin printer ġdid, zanżantu bih. So kien hemm dak, kien hemm xi sinjali wkoll bħal pereżempju tavern signs of affarijiet hekk, I later engraved them for them. We help each other a lot. F'dawk it.
That was the experience. Was it fun?
It was really good, honestament. Like,
Did you expect it was going to be as good as it was?
No, I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone did. In naħseb, kulħadd kien qed jistenna. It's going to be good because there's effort put into it, but no one really, it's the first Maltese LARP.
Kind of like a testing ground.
Yeah. Tipo, we didn't go in with super high expectations like we would have gone, for example, to Poland, but it really was very, very
I
good.
think it was sold out. I think the book, I think he had mentioned.
know about
I think remember when I was asking, he was saying like last few places, and so there was a demand for it. Which was,
We were quite a lot of players.
It looked really amazing. Like, even for me, I never tried LARPing or anything of the sort, but I saw the photos. I'm like, okay, maybe I want to get into this. It looked so good.
Recommending.
It looked so good. And I mean, if you like this type of stuff, like, definitely.
I know one of a friend of ours of the channel, Looper, was one of the NPCs in that. He's like.
Steve is amazing. Steve, he's a really great guy, Ukoll, and he commissioned me to make him a belt. Now, I think he's going to commission me to make him a pair of bracers.
All right.
Actually, kind of Nephilim made me like the official leathercraft collaboration, Palmem Stonekeep outfitters for attire, that sort of thing. U semmejna li Rachel l-ewwel per parti mill-kostum tagħha għandha ċintorin naqroħxon with a thinner belt going around it, belt holder, knife, kollha jien għamilthom l-ewwel commission me to do them. I love doing that.
And it looked like a really, really good thing because like academic script and like you really invest yourself in it. The thing is, I think you probably have to be a fan of the Watcher, Witcher, not Watcher, sorry. The Watcher of Marvel, sorry.
The Watcher.
The Watcher's Marvel, the Witcher, all right?
The Watcher.
It exists, the Watcher. There is actually a character of the Watcher. Okay, so
Just one power.
yes. The Witcher. You have to be, do you have like really have to be a fan of the Witcher, or you like
Who's
if
the
you
Watcher, bro?
shut up, or if you basically like fantasy, you can get in, or do you have to like know some background knowledge about it?
The good thing about LARP is you can go in at any level. In the sense, jekk inti ossessjonat bil-Witcher, ħatkun taf ħafna lore, ħafna affarijiet hekk. Typically, something like this would not take place during the game's era. It would take place 200 years before, per esempio. So there's a little bit more creative freedom on what to do and what happened. Okay? So there's that. Apparti minn hekk, meta inti tidħol fiha, kultant, specialment for new players, the less you know, the better, because it makes you interact more with other players, with the NPCs. You get to learn a little bit more. You can work a lot on your character with the inti ħriġt il-full flashback story ta' ġaralek, all the tragedies, all the successes, blah, blah, blah. Jew ankella you go in kind of winging it. Tista' tagħmelek ukoll, u kind of you develop your story as you go along. As long as you remain in character and kind of you go with the flow, you don't kind of ma toħodx isek you're going to be fine. And LARPs are a great way to kind of disconnect as well. I mean, per esempio, waħda mill-affarijiet li nkun looking forward għalija fil-LARPs hija li literalment naqbad il-mobile nitfih u nħallih fil-karozza. For 2-3 days. U taqta minn kollox, like no internet, no electricity in the context of the game, it's brilliant. You become that character for those 3 days.
We had done something, me and Dwayne. Remember when we went that thing, the teatro and that, when we went. That was sort of like a bit. Like we had one with this 1586 or something. That was the thing organized by Teatro Malta.
That was a live action play. We weren't characters.
No, but we were interactive.
We were interactive. Basically,
players.
We were main characters with
so basically, what it was, You go in there, I don't know, you're going to enter this house, it's 1885, the end of the world is upon us, so you have to go there, you're interacting with the NPCs, they give you quests, remember we had to go find the key and stuff like that.
I know how to say it now. But we were live players, basically, and every NPC had a different storyline. We chose me and Ashley were the only guys that chose a specific storyline. No one chose in
And
this
it's cool.
game.
So
It's
you
cool,
have to go go up there, find stuff. I think it's a mini, so it has a bit of interaction like this. So I think and that was really fun.
We don't act a now. We just act ourselves. We can be ourselves. Only the players around us, the NPCs, that they have to act basically.
But it was cool.
But that's the thing, but jisek meta tidħol fil-larb, but you kind of waħdek tiġi ta' you have to act your character. Per eżempju, hemmhekk jiena kemm Jade morna, Jade it was her first time. Bil-kem tkellimna fil-larb because our characters had very little in
hated
common.
each other.
Not yet, we actually dueled each other. At one point we were actually sparring against each other. I was like,
Took the opportunity to accept me.
Imma basically.
Stop, bro. Better luck next time.
Imma, I mean, jisek tidħol fihom dawn l-affarijiet. It's a highly recommendable experience. I would highly recommend it. Jina persona vera pikif dal-affarijiet. Ma toġobni ħanet ma toġobnix. Ma onestament it was a lot of fun and I highly recommend it. U nittama aktar mill-li xej li tkun popolarizzjat ħalli żgur jibqa' jagħmilha. You know, it needs to be a success.
I think you said the one in Poland, they stopped doing it now.
Yes, the whole kerfuffle imma.
Rights, probably, shit like that.
No, they had rights actually to Poland. There was this whole thing around the whole argument here imma.
Go Google it, guys.
Yeah.
So basically, they fucked up, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those things.
So I think he said there's gonna do another one.
So mill-aħħar għalinna
Next year, last one?
There's an episode every year, but in between episodes, they're thinking of doing, or at least they're organizing what they're calling contracts. They would be one-day LARPs.
Okay, all right.
Something like first and foremost, biex aħna
You
they
practice.
tide us over.
All right.
ħafna minna tipo we have like LARP withdrawal, like day after mill-ewwel. LARP blues we call them. So in between għamlin dawn l-episodes, which you can incorporate in your character's backstory.
Okay.
When the next episode starts.
All right.
At the time, but you can also kind of opt out of them and still continue playing in the next one.
All right. So they could, like, he's playing that you continue, sort of, you things like
Yeah. So, I mean, down the contract, sissa da ma ħabbar xej fuqhom iżjed. I mean, at least ma naħsibx li rajt li actually. Organizzaw waħda. Issa, no, I mean, knowing what Malta is, naħseb jina wara s-sajf, ħat tiġi bieċa ta' xogħol, ovvjament.
And Malta's too hot. If you dress capes and shit like that.
Marzu li għadda u kol ħassejna sħana.
And that was March.
Oh, that was not even that bad. So I should have a lot of stuff. For example, what we were just wore capes now. And it was at night. I can flash here at tart. Enough of that.
So imagine all the stuff that you get.
Jina kelli bizbis, sar kelli tuning għalzit u boots kwa sar kopti. Mbat kelli gambis infuqa. Kelli cape, kelli mbat all the belts, all the bracers.
Well, that's perfect for August, man. That's perfect for August. That's perfect for August. You just die. 20 people die of heat stroke.
But speċi dik li tarom, but I have this hobby which is the LARPing stuff, which is very incredible. Imma mbagħad minna noħroġ ħafna mbagħad the creative aspect from the crafting. I craft all my leather gear.
That's why.
Boots, I'm not a cobbler. Imma tipo all the belts, all the bracers, like anka per eżempju the sheet, the back sheet għax-xogħla tiegħi kien hemm naqra Jason tipo xkonna tkellimna naqra flimkien, but I 3D printed the main casing kind of this cupboard. And then I wrapped it in leather, but bil-belts għamilta fuq darji, tifhem? So there's the scope which goes.
Really cool.
So PlayCon, are you going to take part PlayCon, or are you already giving it a miss, or this would be the last one?
So I don't think I'm going to participate in PlayCon because aħna nixtiequ li nikkompetu waħda MCM London if possible.
Okay.
Aħna morna dis-sena MCM London, morna.
All right. It's the same sort of time frame?
It's in May. So lemma il-project
All right, so you want to
quite involved. All I can say is they're from World of Warcraft, which is my favorite game.
Okay.
They're going to be 2 characters li għandhom kostumi. Mhux daqshekk esagerati, but
still a lot of work.
Quite a lot of work. It's going to take like fabrics, foams, 3D printing, wood, warbler, like all the whole stuff. U dik ħatkun l-aħħar waħda kbira tiegħi, so probably I'm going to only cosplay in May next year, if possible. So PlayCon I will visit, I will support. Obviously, I may make props for you know.
Comic-Con day, ukoll.
You're still going to be part of the community, basically. Like basically, we're not going to be in it, inti, għax kon niftakar ħafna f'Comic-Con, PlayCon kont vera t-kompeti, niftakar darba kont il-bist inti, ta' dak dik il-logħba bħalissa x'kienet.
This is why I don't trust when you get
This all għament jisu Mac mhux il-Big Daddy jew.
Le, dak Ishmael kien.
Dak Ishmael,
Dak Ishmael
okay.
kien. I helped him out with some of them, mhux dak il-costume particular, ma there were some costumes li kont ent lil Ishmael fuqhom, ma l-big cosplay so ma tix saħħa nerfaw dak. Ma Steve.
It was you,
Ta'
wasn't it?
Bioshock. No, it wasn't.
Ta' Bioshock,
It wasn't me.
illa.
Imma Ishmael kien, and by the way, great cosplayer, sfortunatament, ħana qara break mill-cosplay ma'
Ukoll.
costumes were
Ukoll.
massive costumes.
Għasta kif kien vera.
Imma l-kostumi tiegħu ta' kif kienu dawk kienu impressjonanti tal-kostumi tiegħu. They were massive costumes. Dak biex libes il-Big Daddy kelli jġib winch.
All right, lala.
On a truck.
I confuse your faces, man. Illa, man.
No, imma Ishmael.
Kon dak għattejnu, ma wkoll.
Għax, we used to work a lot together, like, bib sew, at tifem, u anka ġili, per esempio, I used to 3D print like stuff for him, u meta kien għamel darba, not a very big fan of Resident Evil, imma u kien iffissat fuqa. Darba kien għamel wieħed kellu jisu
Nemesis joke?
ma nafx, with a safe weapon kind
All
of
right,
thing.
okay.
U konta mitlu dials ta' safe u kollox ġifiri.
Yeah, okay.
So you're still basically gonna be part of the community.
Helping people.
Yeah.
Just not be cosplaying yourself. which is-
Exactly, now it's the time to kind of step back, sit on the launcher and go, go on, you kid! Kind of thing,
To be
you know?
fair, there's a lot of young talent coming up who
Yeah.
are taking
Yeah, for sure.
You know, u inti wkoll inti għadek ġdida wkoll.
Yeah, I'm quite new to the community. Only like been doing it for the past like 2-3 years.
Tajjeb.
But yeah, the community is really, really growing. Like especially like younger, like teenagers and stuff like that, getting into the community. It's really nice to see that it's growing so much. Like for me, I never thought it was possible. You know.
U the level li qed nara l-level ta' Malta dejjem qed tiżdied. Like
Yeah.
everyone is
Always,
getting
yeah.
like
Alright,
better.
it's going two ways mill-opinjoni. I did it completely my opinion.
No,
like
no,
I
no,
could be
definitely.
very well wrong about it.
You're wrong, bro.
It's those areas. There are the people who buy the costumes and they cosplay for fun, which is great and it's amazing. And then there are people who compete and they want to really craft their costumes
Yeah.
well. And for those who want to craft, il-level vera qed jitnasew. I'm happy to see anyone cosplaying. Imma meta nara ċertu competitions, ċertu props, speċjalment kif isiru. I look at them and I say, okay, I know they couldn't have been bought. Għax dak saru hekk u hekk, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
It's just amazing, vera, il-talent li għaw f'Malta bħalissa. And I think it's still under...
żgur da ġifi.
I mean,
Le.
I feel like
Imma-
especially like younger cosplayers, for me, that's how I started. I buy cosplays, but then slowly but surely I'm like, okay, this, like, I want to do a prop.
Eżatt.
So I buy foam and I'm like learning how to do it.
Yeah.
So it's not really, I think, a two-way process because a lot of like younger cosplayers, you see them, they're really talented. Even
Yes.
just makeup, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Makeup is not something you do and okay, it's
It's
done,
done.
it's easy, you know.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of
Yeah.
effort. So maybe, yeah, it's I think a spectrum as well, not just fully just bought. There are a lot of people.
Le,
who
jien
want
neħu beżem
different
minn
stuff.
tifla first time she competed was Playcon as well, libsetta Mega Man, and ħalet ghost, imma għalet next time she wants to try and make stuff. Ma jipest li għadana għazajra, for għalli għana għad fix li, she's learning like fashion and textiles and that's what she's studying. So slowly, forse
Mela.
tibda, forse anka tajna my sister work, forse tajna. So she doesn't know if she's gonna take her this time, maybe next time. She wants to build it herself.
Yeah.
So she doesn't want to rush it.
Yeah, you know, I have two pieces of advice for these kinds of cosplayers kind of starting off. First and foremost, it's great to ask for help. Both helping you craft it and both with advice. You know, I mean, il-komunità kbira ħafna, there's a lot of knowledge nowadays. So there's a lot of help to be had. And secondly, don't start off expecting your first outcome is going to be
Perfect.
Hollywood production value kind
Yeah,
of thing.
exactly.
It's never going to be that way. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You learn a lot from the process and you learn a lot more from fucking up than you actually learn from succeeding, to be honest.
There's gonna be someone like you. Nifmaġġak inti tuner bażikament. There's always on cosplay days. Kull dejjem ikun hemm xi ħaġa going wrong. The cosplay is like perfect, but then a piece fell, and you're that guy that shows up. Hey, let me fix you up.
It's not so much of a joke. They actually vera.
No,
Like,
no, no.
Like I think Playcon, I think
You're
the Playcon, like I sword didn't work, jew speċi kien hemm wieħed.
Mela. Playcon u Comic Con.
Pit stop, inti pit stop, you're a mobile pit stop, inti you're going
Għax konni prepara
everywhere.
basket jina, u kelli like a small kit, like super glue duct tape, silver tape,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And I called it crack. I called it like cosplay repair and aid kit, something like that. But I want to actually open like a hospital kind
Straight
of.
away, yeah.
Hospital.
Bro, quick,
No,
quick solution.
a cospit. A mobile
Or a
cospit.
cospit.
Or a cospit. No.
Imma Comic Con a few years ago, meta ma konċet nikkompeti, it was the same
Who helped you? Like, who was your cosplay? Fabrice.
I don't use
There used to be also a guy, ma nafx kontu xie għamil simple cosplays, he used to make a Fabrice, well his name is Fabrizio, ma Fabrice kien jagħmel ħafna affarijiet ukoll, kien jagħmel ħafna daw swords, kien jagħmel ħafna affarijiet qabel.
Mhux familjari miegħu.
Kien tassanati għalek forsi, issa madux se kompet.
Jena to be honest, għamini li naqra mamur naqra.
U mhux
konċerta u fizmin events oħrajn. Just biex xejn, No, I mean, jina ma nideqax, għasament hu għosni. Per eżempju, meta konti għeddik il-comic, għandek id-darba, kien ħabiba tiegħi Ruth u she needed a knife prop quickly. At the time, she didn't think she was going to go up on stage, minn għalija, un bat qalet, I need one. So literalment, bat tramu ġibli bieċa kartuna minn emmek. So kemm jena għajlek I wrapped it in silver tape and duct tape, kind of made a small cardboard knife. U kien hemm min per eżempju, propping kisrit li ċana.
Yeah, of course, bro. You really should like be like that. You're gonna be the new wave, bro. You're gonna be the new wave.
Nixtin nara, barra minn Malta taraħħa ħeġi cosplay central kind of thing. And they...
You konni ġanti get tiflash. True story when we did the cosplay tifla minn fl-ewel darba.
Yeah, the stuff.
I dropped her stuff and I broke it more. Damet tidaj, so the whole play gone until she had to go up. Perfect. She gave it to me for 2 minutes. You know, because I'm lazy. Fajta mal-ħajt. Dor, that went boom.
Miskina, man.
Amy, what can I do? Nsibu tejbu waħlu għabit.
He paid for it as well, so he spent money. I thought it was broke.
Ma naw l-extent siġu, ta' f'kelli
Mal-ħjar da mit-tajjarni, għat li jinħallajta perfetta. Tajti l-ek 10 minuti pa. U għajtili.
Għazzamma vidu That's crazy, bro.
They're very common.
So anyway, you mentioned World of Warcraft. So do you still play World of Warcraft?
Yes, I've been playing it since 2004, man.
Okay.
That's insane.
So you know these people know live, just get lost.
I used to have no life. Then they started selling life on Amazon.
Wow.
I used to play it quite hardcore before. L-maġġorata m'għandniex daqshekk. I just played casually. I mean, World of Warcraft was one of my passions growing up. It was a great source of inspiration, tipo creatively as well. Il-kodba, graphic novels, dak iż-żmien. They had a trading card game at some point.
Yeah.
Then transitioned to Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. You play Hearthstone as well?
Not so much anymore, to be honest. But once jena l-istess ċile, konna naf Magic, once nibbat nibdan there like 17,000 coming out every year. I'm like, okay.
Magic I gave up. It's well known on the channel. I used to play well, competitive ħafna, konta klejna. No, I was one of I was one of like top Malta. You can.
Dak. ħadd ma jafu.
Anyway, so even Hearthstone name kont hit legend and shit like that. Emma, it's just tiring. Magic I gave up for sure. It's just too expensive. But I think 2 years ago I had sold near enough. I left 2 binders, which are my favorite cards, and the rest I had sold it all. Tant kelli flus, li mort holiday bil-flus tagħhom. Ma jienu tifla morna l-Ingilterra. Issa it's even worse because with all the secret layers li għat Magic. So jħorġi ħaġa Final Fantasy, jħorġi ħaġa Dragon Ball, jħorġi fucking Fortnite. And like
Doctor Who there was.
Doctor Who. It's like every single thing existed as a Magic card.
They money but at that point, you know.
Too much.
It's becoming too much. I mean, aktar mill-li nilab, aktar used to like the collecting aspect.
But
you can't. Fil-fatt issara, badna għamil żmien ftit snin u kont bad Digimon trading card game because I love the artwork. Imma qtajt qalbi just pre-cons biss, kon nixtri, għalti just to the printer boxes u ħalli hemmhekk fuq il-bookshelf. U issa l-aħħar the One Piece trading card game. Minn ġejt qabdiet aktar milli jiena.
Because you're a One Piece fan as well.
Yeah, I like One Piece as well. I like One Piece.
I love One Piece as well, bro. Like One Piece is one of my, it's the GOAT of an anime. Like it's my top 5 for sure.
Oh, sorry, going back to Warcraft. Kont tilab l-original Warcraft or World of?
Yes. Well, mela, officially in Europe it started in 2005, but in 2004 kien used to l-American servers. So dak iż-żmien kien hemm ukoll il-cracked servers. So in 2004 used to play it. Ma mbagħad meta ħarġet officially in 2005, ftit xhur wara li ħarġet, fakarni bl-ewwel jew t-tieni paga tiegħi, kont mort pastry u xtrajt kopja. Oh no, this is a subscription, I have to pay it every month. I suppose.
Jien niftakar, to be honest, I can say this, I've never played World of Warcraft. Issa, I used to play Warcraft, the strategy game. That I used to love. That I was obsessed. And then when it came out, jien dak iż-żmien kont għandi kont isniet naqbad xogħol, imma like when I realized you have to pay every month.
Yeah.
I'm not paying every month. I didn't even start it, but you have to pay every month. pay every month to play a fucking game. So
Kera.
back then,
All those players.
It was a new
now,
thing back then.
few
Yeah,
of them-
back then that was a new thing. Like now, all these subscriptions, PlayStation Plus
Yeah.
and things like that. And back then it was a new thing, and like.
Yeah.
You just buy the game one time, and I buy the game, and then I have to pay every month.
Stanna, wait, you play every month, you pay every month, you actually have to
You do,
pay
man. Even
for
that, even
expansions and
no,
no.
Warcraft, you
It's like
still have to
for
pay.
online.
Like PS Plus, kind of. It's like a monthly subscription, tħallas xi 20
Yeah.
euro.
You didn't know that.
To just continue playing the
It was
game.
the first ever game that you had to pay per
Yeah, Fantasy 14 is the same thing.
I thought you just pay for like extra
No,
shit,
no,
like the
you have to.
expansions
No,
and
you
stuff.
have
That's okay.
No, you have to pay every month to pay.
It's like a Netflix subscription,
No.
kind of, but for games.
And back then that was a new thing, because back
Yeah.
then you just have to buy the game and you can play it.
No.
Eżatt.
Yeah.
It's at the time kienet hekk, ġifieri. It was something new, it was revolutionary at the time. Honestament, I mean, it's been there for what now? Kważi 30 sena naħseb. 31 years,
Yeah,
you know.
it's one of the old.
No.
People are still paying till this day.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, the game evolved style up and dak iż-żmien ġifieri. People miss the old stuff. Ma fil-fatt ħarġu version tal-
Imagine like if you started paying, so that's 31
So
years
it's
times
like, how
10.
much you've paid so much. You can buy like 2 houses with
No,
that
it's too
money.
house, this exaggerate.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe a
probably
house.
it runs in the thousands,
Maybe a
ma dipal
house.
ma tgħid.
In the thousands, when you probably for half a car, especially.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Where's your half a car?
I never paid. I never
Le,
paid.
ma that's the thing, like,
I'm trying to do the maths like this.
Yeah, I mean,
How much was it?
YOLO.
per month?
something I
How
enjoy.
much was it? per
I mean,
month? €2.
€2,
Yeah.
10,
Something like
10.
Ten.
It used to be like 8,
Eight,
but now it's like
10.
€12 a month.
There we go.
Less if you do the yearly subscription thing, but it's something like that. Ma,
Yes.
No.
But it's a fun thing. I used to spend a shitload on Magic. I just said this.
No.
So, everyone had... But the thing when it came out, it was new, it was a video game, and that's why people
to
didn't...
be
Ma,
honest,
very successful.
I can't really judge because I pay Pokemon Go like not every week, man. No, like every year there's a kind of event. Every year, man, and you just pay once. It's not like every month you have to
Oh,
pay.
yeah.
Like it's a big event, and you just pay like what €12. Just like,
Man, I'll just diverge in for Warcraft. What did you think? Actually, when a Warcraft fan comes up, I'm curious. What did you think about the film that came out?
The what?
The movie. Did
Doesn't
you?
exist.
It doesn't exist. You didn't like it.
No, doesn't exist.
Oh, so you're one of these. You're one of these people who really didn't like the film.
I hated the film.
Because I know Warcraft fans who actually did like it. But so you're one of these ones that hate it.
I hated it. They
What was wrong with
completely
it so much?
Fucked up the story.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it was really stupid. Ara. I was obsessed at the time when meta ħareġ il-film. I was obsessed with the game, both Warcraft 3 and prior
Yeah,
World of Warcraft, and the books and everything, like the whole thing. I used to spend my teenagers instead of studying like a wall on the WoW wiki at the time.
Okay,
reading up
right.
lore. Dak it-tip. Imma like the movie was so bad about it. Like sometimes I tried a cinema darba and I swore never to watch it again. Yeah,
oh,
because
so you
they,
spend money to go watch it at least.
yes, because I had very high hopes for it.
No, it was supposed to be a big thing. They spent a lot of money to make that film.
People,
It was gonna
remember the last Star Wars movie?
No.
That kind of feeling.
fuck you off.
It wasn't.
Yeah, because I remember when it came out, like everyone, this is going to be the next Lord of
Mela,
the Rings.
mela.
The amount of money they spent on it was a
Mela.
lot. Because it wasn't like a cheap, it was a very expensive film.
And it was well produced in the sense like cinematography.
Even the special effects are good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Imma
Some
the
big
story.
names as well.
No, names not that much. It's the storyline was just what
The storyline
people
was
hated.
wrong. Storyline was wrong. They diverted too much from what was already established in canon. But they cannot toqtolni, Il-fatt I may be bludgeoned to death, but I'm one of the very few people who doesn't like the Batman trilogy ta' Christian Bale.
Yes, no, same.
I don't like it.
I like maybe just the first one was possible.
Yes, exactly.
But-
L-istess.
The last one, I hate it with a passion. I hate it so much. I fucking hate it so much.
What do you guys think of the new Batman?
That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad, man.
Honestament, tajt qalbina mid-DC movies. I haven't watched a DC movie in years now.
The new Batman era. It's a slow burner movie. It starts very slow.
To be honest, I'm
Like-
annoyed because basically now
It's pointless now.
James Gunn is rebooting everything, so it doesn't really care.
As a Batman film, I feel like they captured the atmosphere and Batman himself. Like, I didn't expect the Twilight actor to be a really good Batman. Like, I didn't expect him. Like, very out of nowhere, he pulled out some mad tier acting. Like,
Le,
wow.
essa, when we're recording this next Friday, Superman is coming out. I'm gonna go watch that as well. All right, as we said, there was actually Spaceballs did a parody because they're doing Spaceballs 2, and the teaser for it was basically all films that came out. So on it said DC attempt number 1, DC attempt number 2, DC attempt number 3. So this is DC attempt number 3.
Okay.
This one, as I've said it on the other episode, like l-oħrajn tal-podcast, James Gunn, I have a bit of confidence. James Gunn għax jobni. Guardians of the Galaxy is some of my favorite of Marvel films.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the Superman. I think it's going to be more comic accurate than Christopher Nolan's one, because he tried to do il-Batman ta' Christopher Nolan dak li għamel. He tried to make it serious. He tried to make it into a gangster movie and stuff like that, which comic books leave the little bit of comic book magic in comic book movies. You don't have to make them so serious, man.
Exactly.
That's the thing. So milli rajt mit-trailers ta' James Gunn, he's going more in the comic side of the film. Not specifically humorish, but comics are just fun, colorful, things like that. So
U terġa' dak iż-żmien jiena wkoll kont naqra ossessjonat naħseb kien dak iż-żmien ta' New 52 naħseb launching about 13 years ago, something like that. U kont I used to collect the comics back then ta' Batman kont fissat fuq. So I had a very clear view of what Batman was in the comics. So kont rajtu full films, I'm like,
that's not it, man.
not Batman. Min jam kelli argumenti ma dak iż-żmien tfajla ta' ħija u hekk. No, that's artistic interpretation. I'm like,
yeah, that's not.
I think sometimes they also just cater to the pop audience, people maybe who are not into comics, but just kind of want to get a taste into the world. So
I mean, to be fair, they need to make the movie successful.
Yeah,
That was a very good
It
movie
was.
and successful in that regard.
But the last one I really hated. I said basically it's not a Batman movie at all. It's a thriller, and Batman is a cameo in it because he hardly fucking shows up as Batman. It's just, So for me, anyway.
There's some mixed rumors, much mixed reviews about the new Superman. So we'll see.
Ara.
We're gonna see. Everyone's gonna be a judge.
I've learned to not judge critics. Now, I said even when I did the combinazione again at recording, Jurassic Park just came out. I saw a lot of the critics were saying it was shit, it was rubbish. So I was like, I went and watched it. Jina personalment, again, as I said, don't trust critics, so don't trust my opinion. If you actually are interested in it, just go watch it for yourself. But my opinion, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I would put it up in the top 3 Jurassic Park movies that I've seen. When I was watching it, you get the sense of, I'm old, so I've seen all the Jurassic Park movies in the cinema, all of them, even from the first one. The OG. So I got the same feeling. There was this thing, you know when something's happening and you get nervous and they really did it.
Man.
They really captured the elements that it's the dangers doing it. That's what's worked for me.
To a certain extent, kombinazzjoni konti għet il-xol mulu kont li best t-shirt ta' Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, do you like the movies? I'm like, what movies? There's only a movie. The first one. The only one. That's the one that exists as far as I'm concerned. That is the hardest Jurassic Park it was.
Yeah, mind-blowing. And I got the sense, the same as I said, sense of feeling. So you actually went something, you see the dinosaurs in the background. And you're anticipating they're going to kill someone. And you get this thing, it's nervous.
Yeah,
it's really
the lawyer
good.
on the toilet.
Yeah. So they did elements of that.
Yeah.
They took it back to the last 2, they just... they were terrible. The last 2 were terrible, and they weren't even Jurassic Park movies. They just were monster movie. The other one was even focused on more locusts than the fucking dinosaurs. So this they put it back into an island.
Yeah,
they got the elements of horror, the elements of danger in it, and it was good. I can't understand the critics but again, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah,
someone might say, "Oh, that was boring." Me, I personally enjoyed it. So
Malta was in this one as well.
For the love of God, I swear, I could not recognize Malta. Where the fuck Malta was in this one?
Actually, I think Malta was in this one as well.
No, they filmed. I know Scarlett Johansson was in Malta. They filmed a bit of it in Malta. I could not recognize Malta.
The other one, the
other one, yes, there was a lot of yes.
Malta.
It was even Malta as Malta in the last one, but this one, it was one of these ones where Malta takes part for something else. So Malta's not Malta in it. But I could not I was looking, trying to figure out where they filmed the Maltese scenes, and I could not, for the love of my fun.
You missed the whole pastizzi, Jeffrey.
No, there was no.
There's a whole pastizzi.
And this is a challenge to anyone in the comments, guys. If you go watch it by the time this is out, Jurassic World Rebirth is out. if you can tell me where Malta was in this film, I do, because I could not see where the Maltese bits are. You
Kienet
know?
pastizzi,
Le-
Background kien.
Għal foxxi l-pastizzi tiegħek.
Kienet mekki fiet fuq ID stess.
Seriously, I could not figure out where the Maltese scenes are filmed in this
was
film.
the
Forse
dinosaur.
jkun fil-director's cut forsi.
Aha, jista'
Id-dinosaur kienet jiklu,
Għura raptor eating a
So you said basically you hated the Warcraft movie. What you told me about? What are your favorite films that you like?
Mela, Lord of the Rings obviously is the original trilogy, not the Hobbit trilogy.
Why is everyone like Lord of the Rings, man?
It's amazing. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. Imma mbagħad ukoll jogħġbuni ħafna pereżempju Tron films.
All right,
Legacy.
okay, yes.
Tron Legacy was very underrated naħseb jiena meta kien ħareġ. Obviously the Star Wars, like the good movies.
The good
of
Star Wars.
Including Rogue One. Rogue One is underrated.
No, Rogue One is
Rogue
good.
One.
It's underrated.
Did you see the prequel series Andor?
Andor, yes.
Yes.
I saw the first season. I haven't watched the second season.
They say it's
yet,
good as well. The
but-
second season.
Yeah, first season was amazing. Like, honestament, kien wieħed minn dawk is-series ta' Star Wars, there's not a single lightsaber in it. But
it's good.
It was really good.
Good.
Really, really good.
Rogue One is so underrated. Like everyone says that Rogue One, honestly, I feel
Rogue
like
One is good, I
it's
like it,
like a really good spin-off. A good spin-off Star Wars
You know
movie.
what it was? Naħseb jiena li ġara kien l-ewwel film li ħareġ ta' Star Wars, ma kellux actually like Jedi and
Yeah.
lightsaber and that sort of
And
stuff.
people
went
doubt
ukoll-
it.
Aha, Eżatti. So, minn iftakarni meta kont mort ta' ħessem, ma kien vera ġobni. Kien hemm min beda jtipu le mhux film tajjeb bla bla.
No, I enjoyed it as far as a war movie, sort of like a Star Wars war movie. It was like gritty and things like that. I enjoyed it.
But iftakar dak ismin ukoll tant kienu ġobni, kont speċajt għamilt what's it called, il-11 or something like the pistol ta' ġenerik.
Okay, yeah.
Kont
Alright.
ta' prop ukoll niftakar.
Alright.
No, Rogue One is very, very good compared with the other spin-offs that they've done. Like Solo sucks. Solo, I don't think.
Solo, imma
No.
rajtux, u għalok ikra.
Solo has nothing to do with the character. They miscast everything.
They just wanted to get a movie.
This one.
Yeah.
They just
Money.
wanted money. They just wanted
They
money.
do.
This
They've had
don't-
some fuck ups.
Yeah.
Star Wars. What are the fuck ups they? Oh, that one, the alcohol. That
The
one.
Acolyte.
That man. That was. I haven't even watched it, and I don't want to watch it.
Le, jen fil-fatt il-speċana ta' qalbi ħafna fuq dal-affarijiet ta' onesta.
I think they done the mistake that Marvel did. They tried to produce way too much content instead of focusing
Yeah.
on
The quality. is
quality.
not always-
Hardly now, Marvel have toned it down a bit. Like they haven't done that. Like even Ironheart, they released it, but they released it just because they had
Yeah.
released it. It was filmed 2 years ago, so they kept it back because of all the backlash that they get.
Yeah.
And they released it now, and
Rightly so,
they
to
are
be
getting
honest.
people hate from it. But we filmed it, so we had to put it
Yeah.
out.
They
Might as well,
spent a lot of
might
money
as
on
well
it.
just put it out.
Wait.
You know.
Ironheart imma mux fil-cinema sħareċ.
No, it's a TV series.
It's a
Show, yeah.
Show.
It's a show, eh?
I'm watching it. I'm not hating it as much, but it's not top tier. But it's
Yeah.
possible. But I can see why they tried to hide it back.
Yeah.
Biex ma jkollhomx dak il-hate. Like last year they released one movie bit, which was Deadpool and Wolverine. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
toned everything down,
That's
which
good.
was great.
Amazing.
So they toned everything. This year they released 3 films because they had to get back on track with the thing. But there was a year when they released 4 TV shows,
Mela,
4
mela,
movies,
mela.
and all that.
Much.
Like
Too much.
She-Hulk, WandaVision, and
Captain American, the Falcon.
Captain American, the
And when you
Falcon.
think of Marvel, you never think of these shows. Like never,
yeah.
ever.
Never.
Like,
These shows are like just the back burner. Like,
Yeah, low
She-Hulk
key,
will
well.
back burner.
and they're losing money from them, so it's like not even worth it most of the time.
To be honest, they have to take. I agree with them toning it down. Saying that, I did like Agatha all along. I thought that was a really underrated episode. I think it got a lot of hate because people said, "Who the fuck is this character? We don't need to watch it." But if you actually just watch it for the story,
Yeah.
it's a really good show.
Haven't watched
It's
it,
a
so-
really good show. I saw it with my daughter. My daughter is not a Marvel fan, and she just watched it just as a TV show. Oġoba ħafna, like, so it's a really good one.
That's the thing, as long as series and movies are well written,
Yeah.
that makes all the difference. Because you kind of can ignore a little bit of like corny acting,
Yeah.
maybe, forse cinematography mux daqsek tajba, ma like if the story is solid, you know?
And then if you
Wait,
can
wait.
go all the best special effects for Dinya and then have a shit story, it's still going to be shit story.
Yeah.
You can have like,
Yeah.
but then, to be honest, I'm quite interested to see how the Fantastic Four is going to do.
I
Really
can't wait to go.
No,
watch
I am
Fantastic
excited
Four.
for it, but I'm like worried because the 2 films that Marvel have released this year, they've been kind of flop. They've only
Thunderbolts.
they've been good. They've just flopped.
Oh yeah.
You know, so Thunderbolt is very good. Like it's
the critics
top
were really
tier.
harsh on it for no
No.
reason. It was a good film.
Thunderbolts, it's rated high. Even the critics, they enjoyed it. No.
I saw YouTube videos.
No, it's
saying
one of the big. It was, if you go, it's like a rated fresh and everything. So even it was well rated. It's just people didn't connect to it. They didn't go watch
I think
it.
as well marketing, to be honest.
And the characters that no one knows as well.
Even
Yeah.
Disney, for example, they're putting out a lot of movies that they're not really marketing that well, so but nobody knows about them when they come out. So yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
there was another film that just came out this week. It's opening, I think, in Eden and stuff like that. It's Megan 2.2.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't
Chucky-
marketed
the
at all.
Chuckyverse.
That wasn't marketed at all, and
Chuckyverse.
it flopped totally in America.
Yeah.
Like it was.
I mean, flop. They didn't make the money back. That they
No,
were
it's really flopped
expected.
compared to what they said.
okay.
Made 9 million or something like that.
Well, to be honest, I think people stopped believing in Marvel, like because they did a whole year releasing so much
Yeah,
content.
that's what I
of
think.
Marvel, and now it's like, should we trust Marvel? with our
Overload
money?
kind of thing. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a oversaturation of the market.
For me myself, like I used to be a massive Marvel fan like 5-6 years ago, and then they started releasing so much stuff I can't keep up.
Yeah.
After
And
Endgame,
you
that's
watch one movie and it's a bit like mid, you're like, okay, maybe I won't watch the next one as well, you know?
I've just rewatched the whole MCU with my daughter. Up to Endgame, so we just finished Endgame. She loved the Endgame, so she was all the emotions that we went through. So I told her, now we can skip some films if you want.
Which ones
like,
we're gonna skip? Stand now.
like Eternals, I'm gonna skip for sure. I'm not
Well,
rewatching fucking
Eternals is
Eternal.
like, okay, Eternals is such a shit film.
No, I'm skipping it, man.
I would only watch Eternal. I'd rather watch Eternals than Ant vs. Wasp. Like genuinely,
Yeah, that one
Eternals.
is also really bad,
Eternals
isn't
is better, man, than Ant vs. Wasp. Because Eternals is that cheesy, corny film, but it's a superhero film, and you like it. And they did Super Speed really well. The Flash had 10 times the budget of Eternals, and the Super Speed is still better in Eternals.
I have a film like that gives me that feeling, which is really shit,
But you need
but
to
like a
watch
bit of a guilty pleasure.
How it is.
It's a
Ma
good
għandux
film.
mal-MCU.
No.
Night at the Roxbury.
All right. Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Such a cheesy 90s comedy.
It's not
Will Ferrell and someone else. The other guy, yeah.
The guy who no one remembers.
Yeah, everyone remembers Will Ferrell, but the other guy, you know.
Imma kien tajjeb. Ma nafx kemm il-darba nara.
I like when he gets at his wedding, like he
Hija bil-boombox.
that's so cool.
No, don't skip Eternals. I was scared you would skip Eternals.
Not mandani xajken namel
By Eternal.
fuck Eternal.
I'll send them, bro. Like, watch this. It's a good film.
But kif għadna, imbarra World of Warcraft, do you play għandek ċans tilab anything else?
Ma tanċadu ħafna ċans nilab, imma nilab lob oħra. Bħalissa nilab ħafna Space Marine 2.
All right. Is it good, Space Marine 2?
It's really good.
Because jina fl-axħar announcement. I actually finished Spider-Man, guys. I finished Spider-Man. It's a running joke of the podcast.
Oh.
I had never finished Spider-Man. I finished it 100% everything, bitches.
Yeah.
I can put the photo here 100%
Tella
everything.
xaħġa brox mux ħanemnek.
We
I
need the receipts.
100% this fucking game. So I finished it after a year and a half. So I'm looking for my next game.
The launch of season 2.
Yeah, so Space Marine 2 basically has the main storyline, there was a single player campaign, which I think can also be a co-op game. Imma mbagħad għandek l-operations, jew il-PvP. PvP is like, you know, people fighting each other. Imma the operations inti kontra jew għandek siege mode, which is against waves of enemies. Jew għandek you progress through a storyline with two other players.
Okay.
It's very, very nice. Fil-fadna nabuha, you know, hija, per eżempju.
The story mode is a good story.
Yes, it's very decent story. Specialment it tkun lab Space Marine 1, which is still holds up very well. Proprio kont qed nilagħba qabel ma ħarġet it-tub, tipo refresh the story. Still holds up very well as a game. Warhammer 40K, I mean, the lore wara dak l-univers, man.
That għandek way too much war, man. Like it's way too, you get lost.
Tipprovax taqbad tifhem mill-bidu, like you can't set out and say I'm going to read all the books. There are like hundreds.
I was going to say, as you know, I work in books, and the amount of books that there was of Warhammer, I get lost, man, totally.
Ma jiena toġobna ħafna wkoll il-tabletop war game. Ma nilabiex, imma I love printing and painting the miniatures.
All right, okay.
So I get really invested in the lore behind it.
Like there's the horse heresy, things and things like that.
I like the Imperial Knights, which are the giant mechs, so inti
Alright.
kollok il-soldati daqshekk, ma kollok il-giant mech daqshekk next to it,
Alright.
you know, I print them myself as well. So.
No, I think-
you know, like the amount of like
Detail they do.
detail and like to draw such small
M'għandix
scale,
dak
like
If dak it-talent, I still enjoy painting them imma unis, man. I
They
mean,
can do
Crazy,
amazing.
man.
Like I went.
Malta u 4 miniature painters.
Le.
Big man.
I went to we did the feature on it. We went to watch Blood Bowl, the tournament that was in Malta, and there's next year, no, in 2 years' time, there's going to be the World Cup. So basically, and it's a faster paced game than the Warhammer, but it's still in the world of Warhammer, and the amount of painting that they do into these
Wow.
teams,
Yeah.
it's amazing. When they're-
Jina, kelli ħabib tija speċjalment li kien kollabora mija fil-passat, u għet rajna Bela, l-lum il-ġurnata, I believe he moved on, moved to Poland.
Okay.
Very, very talented miniature painter. Hidden Hydra, I believe his handle is. He's really good. U għandi ħabib ieħor tiegħi, jisu beda business reċentament.
Okay.
Rajn ukoll.
Okay.
Ir-rundu ma nafuħa. now.
Wait a minute, I think I know him. I think we had interviewed him at ToyCon. Undo. I think he just did something painting.
He's very
and
good.
he just opened it like last
Yeah,
week.
exactly.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah.
interviewed him at the
Yeah, he was on this he was on the
yes.
podcast as well.
When we did the live from
Great.
ToyCon, he came. We didn't bring him here, but when we did the live at ToyCon, he came and sat down next to us. Told us.
Oh yes.
He showed us the thing, and
and no, he was a really good guy. I loved
He's really
him.
nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get him on the phone.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. Really amazing.
He was talking about painting and
Yeah.
stuff.
Rundu Miniature Forge his handle is, and
You have to teach us something, bro. We have to do something. Even though I know we might break the figures, I was like, we might be doing it, break it.
fil-fatt, jina għu din nikkollaboraw naqra fl-imkien dal-axħar għax qed ikollu bżonn ċertu prints lu ma jikbar, so I'm taking care of that. Nixnejnu naqa. Imma fil-futura dak il-proġett li semmejta l-Epic Geeks, he's going to be
helping
involved
you. Alright, cool.
in the setting
Oh,
up
that's
of the
cool.
stuff as well.
All right, so whenever you get closer to launch, Tkellimna nerġa' might even do a feature and then I do come. We're doing more features on stuff going out. So Warhammer is that. I think it's going to put on a list of potential games. Għaxin indum biex nażel. Personally, I take a year to finish these games. Irrid nixtru wieħed propja.
Għazel waħda l-bira. Konna like fil-gamers Malta.
Yeah, I was
launch.
close to buying it. Indiana Jones, I was close to buying
I
it.
heard it was a good
It's
game.
a good game. On PC, it was a really bad like.
But on
launch.
PlayStation 5, I'm gonna play it, so-
Optimized me on PC. And on PS5, it's fine.
So yeah,
It's gonna be fine.
that's on my
good game.
short list. To be honest, I'd actually, which is funny, I didn't know you could play PS4 games on PlayStation 5, and on that day, and Uncharted 4, and I had never played it, and even though it came out like 10 years ago, I had missed it. So on that day now, Vgur, and there was this little like random shop, and he said that. I saw like a little thing in the window. We buy and sell PC. Għatħanet kom, let me see what it is. Kellu xerba games tal-PlayStation 5. Nothing like... And but right, low Uncharted. And it was €10. Għattu hija €10. If it works, it works. It doesn't, fuck it. So I went, and it actually works on the PlayStation. So I'm playing that for now. So that's probably 6 months to finish that.
So 6 months.
Then I'll buy a new game.
We start the new launch again on
check
that. Namlu new launch.
Yeah, so good. So that. Also on mobile. Do you play anything on your mobile? What's your actually guilty pleasure? What is going to break your heart?
No, ili kont nilab Pokemon Go fil-passat meta kienet il-launch ta' Malta fil-bidunet kont nilab
Everyone, half of Malta used to play
No, but
Malta.
actually, when it launched, you can't lava.
Vera?
You know, I was an anti-Pokemon Go because I was like, this is not Pokemon to me. I was a true fan that this is not Pokemon. And when Shinies came to the game, I was like, okay, it's Pokemon.
So meta naraw l-statistics ta' nis li kienu din labu, ma tinti kont l-uniku persuna li ma konx tilaba, ġifieri.
Half of Malta. They were crowds going around.
Niftakar na nis li taqgħu l-imdina biex imorru dawn il-Pokestop.
People driving with the car, driving bil-karozza jibqu. Stop!
Another reason, u kollax ma kellix mobile li flaħħa.
Mux hekk?
Yeah, I remember when it came out, like, you know me, I'm not, but I was playing it with my friends. We konna nduru bil-karozza, like trying to find, stop,
Mela.
drive, stop.
Umma ta' bdiet ma kien hemm xejn, intom kontu teċċara fuq l-imnija kontu tettaqgħu ma tantx kien affarijiet, ma.
Kienu jorganizzaw, ta' mux ħaġin kienu jorganizzaw skont it-tim li tkun fih.
Ejwa.
No? Mela.
It's like an outing ta' ġifieri. It's like an
Yeah.
outing. It's
Yeah,
like
can you-
hemm bit-tfal.
Games like this are so cute because they really insensitize like people
Community.
to go community
Yeah.
to go outside. It's rare to find games like that nowadays.
Niftakar
I
meta
feel
kienet
like.
ħarġet kulħadd like, issa now I'm gonna get slim, now I'm gonna walk so.
Lar fi stajf, dik isħana toqgħod timxi.
Ija,
ma-
I can hardly have a safe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Pokemon Go didn't make me still. It's like, you have to realize, it's the diet. It's the diet everything, guys. It's not because you're gonna walk, you're gonna know. If you're gonna eat McDonald's while walking, I don't know, we eat McDonald's, but I'm like, guys.
And do you remember, like, when it came out, there was all this, sold to our Malta, fucking Malta, like, all the controversy. That will bolo, you should be Pokemon, like, the shoe, it's on bolo, hot day. In Malta, everything that happens, anything geeky that happens, it's always wrong for the Maltese.
Sa kemm issir moda, once issir moda, mbagħad ma tafx bih inti. Ma tafx bih.
It's like reminds me of like the dolls, like the collectible toys, like Labubu.
Yeah.
Labubu
Yeah.
is a palestra.
I feel like it was popular for me like 2 months ago, but now everyone is
Want
going
to
into it,
Labubu.
and like
Ija.
you would think like, oh, this is fine to collect like a small toy, but having like anime figures is a bit like different, you know? It's not as
Yeah.
cool. But I think as well the stigma's changing as well.
Oh,
So.
fimni, but at the end of the day, bħala Maltin, like in general, dejjem iridu ngħidu xi ħaġa.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like,
haters at heart.
Just let people do what
We're gonna hate on everything.
Yeah, Maltese people just hate on it.
You're happy?
Sakemm
Sakemm,
xaħat
you know?
barrani għajdinna.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Le, m'għandikx dritt tajda.
We all band together. We all band together as like one unit. Like, no.
No.
Aħna. Ma tistax jidilna hekk.
Le, dejjem hekk.
Mela, ħan ingrazzjaw l-sponsors u bat najdu l-ek shout-out fej jistaw jisibu kollox. Mela, thank you ħafna tal-li ġejt fuq il-program. Quick shout-out l-sponsors li huma Planet Console, ħanu ġew birkikara għal geek shit u kollox affertek, Funko Pops, records, xandu iżjed, madu flieg, Hot Wheels, lots of different anime figures and that. Ukoll ningrazzjaw il-Gamers Malta li t-sibuħ Santa Venera għal anything gaming related, pal daw il-keyboards tal-One, tal-White Shark, dan huwa 60% at least. 60% li huma vera tajbin għal, if you're hardcore gamers. Per esempio, jien nkun honest, I prefer the big ones. Imma ħafna nies gamers, they like this one. Like, I need the big shit. Imma per esempio, fan nies li waħda mill patrons għana, Mokka, he loves shit like this. Imma I can't play that shit. Għan kandom, like, custom controllers, special editions li ġibuhom mill-Amerika u mill-Japan. So, jekk tħobbu video games mur emek, morna ħanut il-ġdid, amazing. Ukoll ningrazzjaw is-solo Caffe għal Caffe tagħna li l-lum ħaġ Caffe imma għax too hot u ħadd energy drinks. Ukoll ningrazzjaw il-designer li tisibuh il-ħanda for any printing or anything. Għandna rigal għal Kurt li ħantulu issa u anke jagħmel daw il-canvas prints per eżempju bħal Jinx li ġiet vera cool. Konna suba, so when meta jispiċċa l-podcast dak ġejja miegħi għal
Dak għalija, sih, bexettej, dak għalija.
I called dibs on jigs.
You call dibs on Jinx?
Yes.
Ukoll jagħmel printing anke fuq cups u dali ħanatu Kurt bħala memorja ta'
Konna tukta whisky,
ma whisky manni.
Ma naffordjaw, sih.
Ma naffordjawx.
We're not that level yet, aħna.
Għamil summer cocktail ġo.
So dak għalik grazzi għal the designer. Issa, Kurt, għati shout out your socials, web pages, book, any project li tista tajdinna, naf li għandek certain projects you can't, but tista tajdinna. Look at the camera, it's your 5 minutes.
So basically tistaw issibuni fuq Instagram specialment at Corso Workshop, kif ukoll at EpiGeeks, which is the project which is coming up later on this year, sana diħla, with regards to projects I'm working on. Currently, isni għet nerġa naqbat naqra fuq 3D printing, fixing my equipment għax għandi ċertu faults għat bas fixing them myself, so għedina mek imma għodem kunem xarra fuq Instagram u għek għaddej ġifiri, u anka YouTube bil-mot il-mot, din jirġaw bil-mot jirġaw jitraw il-videos kif tkellimna force long format u għek ġifiri, so għam dawk. With regards to the EpiGeeks, ħatkun xaħar something related to D&D specialment, newer editions, dawk li preferit, D&D news, that kind of thing. Najdulkom aktar fuq aktar tard imma tkun xi ħaġa li vera tinagħmlu effort.
Tiġi għaddej timmaġina ħax when you told me to more up there, ma l-ewwel għatlek yes, it looks cool, kieku tista' tagħmel ċertu affarijiet li ġobok ma batlek, my mind goes like 20 miles an hour bdejt immaġina how you can make it better. Li m'għandix tindaħal, għalta jgħid sofa tindaħal tagħmel. It's my shit, tindaħalx, imma that's how my brain works.
But we're looking forward to it.
Anka jien
Forward, good luck, bro.
Definitely, good luck. Ningrazzjaw U għalikom, guys, narawkom next episode. Xiz zoppet tagħmel.
Peace out.
Okay. Ningrazzjawkom, narawkom next time. Michaela, Ashley, Dwayne, unfortunately. See you guys.
Wow.
Ciao, ciao.